From last-minute trades to epic captain fails, we're here to roast each other and maybe help you out as well. Expect wild predictions, a bit of friendly banter, and the kind of footy chat that'll make you spit out your morning coffee. So grab your notepad, your best banter, and join the Supercoach shenanigans. The whistle's blown. Let's kickstart your day, the off-the-bench way.
Yes, good evening, everybody. Welcome to NRL Supercoach off the bench. Tonight, I'm joined by the same old bunch of retrobates. Plus, of course, we've got a special guest, Joey from the Ruck Infringements. How you going there, Joey? We'll kick off with you.
Mate, I am great. Supercoach was awesome. 15-13 this week. Thought I did well until I heard a couple of other scores from some other people. But, yeah, great week of Supercoach.
Mate, good to hear, good to hear. And we've got Rossco. How you going there, Ross?
Good evening, everybody. Just up enjoying what was a nice day of weather up at Port Macquarie at the moment before we get a whole week of rain. But I'm doing okay. It wasn't looking too good there for a while until Drinky saved me as captain this week with a 14.89. Very happy with that. He got me over the line in all my head-to-head, so I'm still alive in 2 of my 3 catchies. Thank you very much. And can't complain. A few subpar scores in there, but also some good scores to go with it, like Hines and Lomax and a couple other tons in there. Dylan Edwards as well. Wasn't very happy when I couldn't I couldn't captain Hines because I had the VC on Cleary, but especially the way the Drinky had been scoring. But I just thought I'll just ride it out and see what happens, and then he ended up having the goal kicking too and finished with, what was it, a 146 or whatever he scored. So very happy with that he matched Hines' score. So happy days. And the Tigers had a convincing win today too. So cheers to that.
Happy days here on a winner there. And we've got lucky last. We've got Timmy, fresh from having a tub. He tells me, how you going there, Tim?
Yeah, boys, not too bad. Hey, a bit of an interesting, just a full-on buddy sporting weekend in our household. The girls had played hockey all day Saturday. The wife played hockey Saturday Ave, and I had football on Friday. Friday night for us. Then the son played soccer today, and Bronx had a win, which was good. I scored a goal on Friday night, finally got off the duck egg, which was fantastic. There was an earthquake. I just told everyone that, no, I think it was the crowd going wild after I finally put one in the back of the net for the first time this year for my team. I've played over 45, scored 5 goals in 3 games for those guys at the start of the season, and played bloody 18 games for us in the back line, and unfortunately, it took right through till the end of the season to get one. But anyway, one's better than none. Look, at 14.08, boys. As you guys know, I got home from Bailey soccer training at about 2 minutes after 8 on Thursday, opened the app and went, get fucked. I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I managed to VC Edwards and Captain Cleary. I can't even blame it. Can't even blame it on like a reversing trades during the week or anything like that, because last week I had the VC on Cleary and the captaincy on Teddy. So, I don't know what happened in and out of the app all week trying to get ready for EPL Supercoach, and I don't know what the fuck I did.
No, we all know how it happened. We all know you're going to really blame Bailey for it, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother. Not even going to bother.
Well,
the worst part was driving home in the car from Bailey's training, and I'm looking down the thing, and all I was interested was making sure that I had the subs in the right spots, and then got home and went, "You fucking idiot! You VC'd and captained your guys in the same game." So anyway, no idea. Don't drive and Supercoach. It's probably not going to help you one way or another.
So did you loop?
No, I couldn't because it was Cleary and Dylan Edwards.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Yeah,
no. But, I mean, like I said to you guys and said on the podcast last week, I was VC Nico, Captain Drinky. So had I taken either of those, I would have been sensational.
Hey, Timmy, you know when you first sign up to Supercoach and it says, what level are you? Did you click beginner, mate?
Oh, absolutely.
Must have. Jeez.
He's been playing that one for years, Joey. And how long have you been playing Supercoach for?
Mate, definitely not ticking the expert box, that's for sure.
Well,
too many mistakes.
Timmy,
But it is
as
pretty.
you get yourself ready because you can kick us off with that first game, which does features the Panthers. Seeing as how
Hang on,
you
Brad. Hang on a
overloaded
minute, Brad.
yourself.
Brad, hang on. You haven't told us how you went yet.
Yeah, I'm about to. While Timmy gets himself ready, I was just
All right,
giving
okay.
him a heads up.
Okay.
Yeah, I got in the low 1400s, just about like every other bastard that I've spoken to. If you're sitting there cheering at home thinking, oh man, I'm going to get green arrows, I got 1400 this week, and you think you blitzed it, I'm afraid to tell you, we've seen scores of people in the 1600s losing their head-to-head. So that gives you an idea of how high the scores are actually out there. There's some damn high scores.
Just quickly before you go on to go through the games, just a quick shout out to Craig Lennon, who's the coach of the Dino Dancers. He put out a 1665 this week, and he, I believe, currently in live rankings, not including today's game, he's currently sitting in 17th overall. So
Wow.
great work there, Craig. You're absolutely killing
Good
it
work,
this year.
Craig.
Well done, mate.
He was the bloke who actually beat a bloke with 1634.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, no, congratulations, Craig. He's absolutely flying at the moment. He had an absolute stack of players: Mulatalo, Walsh, Edwards. He had about 6 tons in his score with the VC loop on Hines. So well done there, Craig. I know you do listen, and you are absolutely flying at the moment, and looking very good for that ring and that jersey at the moment.
Mate, well, we're all 100% behind you here at Off the Bench, so keep up the good work. We hope that you get there. Not putting any pressure on you, though.
No.
You know, I'm nowhere near close to you, so I might as well get behind you and hope that you're going to fly the flag. All right, Timmy, how about we go through this Panthers game? It's kicked off the weekend with it was a hard game to watch, apart from, I'll touch on that at the end, but what happened?
Yeah, look, it was a decent game. The Storm got up 22-18 over the Panthers. It was a decent game of footy and fairly end-to-end for much of it. Dylan Edwards, top score for Supercoach with 119. My VC, fantastic. Let's talk about that one. Isaac Tungo with an 85. Scotty Sorensen with a 79. We knew his caliber. He just had to get off the treatment table and back on the park. And he's, done really well with a 79. Scored a try with a line break. And, just by all accounts, looked really good. Nathan Cleary with a 74. IPAP 73. Liam Martin 66. So all the points in the forwards pack, basically, about Edwards and Tungo. Brian To'o with a 61, probably a little bit disappointing. And guys that went a few weeks ago on a pod play with McLean with a 57. Over to the Storm. Harry Grant with an 86. Nick Meaney with an 84. Xavier Coates with an 84 and his customary couple of tries. Eli Katoa back in the points with a 74 and Wishart 74 also. Marion Seve with his super funky cool kid at school goggles. Looks like one of the kids out of my workshop at school. Had a 72 and Stefano Urukamanu 70. Trent Liero repaying guys that have gone that way as well. Would have been a massive pod coming out of Origin, and Jeezy scored pretty well in Supercoach points since then. I don't think I could do it. My kahunas are not that big, but yeah, hats off to anyone that went that way. And that's about it for the Storm scores. It was a really good game of footy. All in all, I think I tipped the Panthers. I really just, to be honest, I haven't been overly impressed with either team. I just think they've both looked really good over the last month at times, but you can sort of still see a few little chinks in the armor here and there as well.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. It just sounds all very, there's not much I can say about this game, really, myself, but I'm going to put one at Joey here. Joey, it's not necessarily Supercoach related, right? But should Supercoach have negative points given for an out-and-out dead-set flop from Harry Grant? Should he receive fucking negative points for that?
Mate, what he should win is a gold Logie. Mate, that dive, that is very, very dramatic. But yeah, no, look, I think you should get negative points for anything like that. The flop and it's it's a really tough one, isn't it, for Penrith? Because technically, it's in the rules, but it's not sportsmanship. So, yeah, it's a tough one.
I don't know, because I watched one of the footy shows about it the other day, and they reckon even if he hadn't run into him, they were still going to get the penalty anyway because he was actually in front of the kicker or something. They're not allowed to be or something. So
Yeah,
either
I
way,
thought they
if they
changed the
don't run
rule
into
last
him,
year. I
it's still-
thought.
yeah. So I don't know.
One thing I
think
will give a
yeah.
note. Yeah, sorry, Brad.
I was just going to say, I think by the way the rules read, yes, it is a penalty, and you're right, Rossco. He shouldn't. Yeah, they're in a loop, but he wasn't an obstructor. See, that was
No.
cut out the obstruction. He wasn't a disruptor. Sorry, he
Yeah.
wasn't disrupting. Harry Grant just saw him there and went, "I'm going to fucking run into him," and away he went with it. He rode it for all it was worth. I personally don't find it in the spirit of the game, but that's just me. I just don't like that.
It's the same shit with what Moses did last week in the game against the Cowboys.
100%, 100%, exactly the
same
same as Jazz Tavaga lying in the ground.
Yeah, and there was nothing wrong with him. He didn't even
That's
need
just
high or
nothing wrong with
anything.
him,
What was he
right?
doing?
It's just like, man, just get the.
I always said that if they're going to do shit like this, they need to go for HIAs. Put them in the bit. Put them in a HIA for it. If they're going to start milking penalties that aren't, or trying to get penalties, and they claim there's contact with the head, well, they need to get rid of them. You know what I mean? Send them. I don't know. So
Melbourne have been doing this for years, though. They're so smart. Then Bellamy is such a great, he's such a smart coach, and he can coach them to play on the line and get away with it. So
yeah.
All right, we've got a few out there watching. I'll just quickly touch base. I'll just do a quick shout out. Al Fisher, he got a what did he get there? 1643.
Oh, nice.
I tell you what, you're having a really good back end of your season there, Al. You've I don't know where you ranked overall, but you've certainly, I've been watching you. You've been coming home like a freight train. And yes, I rubbished Katoni Stags as a pod, and you've rubbed it in my face ever since. So, good work there. Mark Munro, he says, good evening, fellas. A goal for him.
Well done, Marky. Good job, mate. Did you hit the upright and the crossbar as well? I only played on the out of the back line for the last 15 minutes. I hit the left upright, hit the crossbar, and then finally scored one. So yeah, good job, mate. Well done.
Mark says that he's also witnessed some 1,600 classic scores and 1,000 in draft. You'd have to have a hell of a team for that one.
Man, absolutely.
I got like 1,100 in one of my drafts, and I've lost that as well.
Oh, wow.
1,100 in draft and lost.
Yeah, and lost. Yeah, wow. But it's a full draft, like it's 17-man draft, like 17 players.
Right.
So it's full one. Yeah.
Jason Carter, g'day, Jace. He captained Drinky, so well done there. Seems like it was a smart move. But thank you. All right, Rossco, you want to do the Warriors versus the Drag Queens game?
Yep. All right. So we had Warriors get up in this one, 14 points to 10. Unfortunately for the Dragons, they did lose a couple of players early to a HIA, which was obviously Jack DeBellin and Hamish Stewart. They also lost Stella early in this game as well. So they did well to only lose by 4 points. Adam Pompey top scored for the Warriors with 100, Jackson Ford with a 91, Tua Pickey with a 76, RTS 72, and Aaron Clark with a 66. Then on the other side, we had Feagai with 127, Damien Cook 74, David Clemmer with a 73, King Kong with a 63, and Leilu with a 60. It wasn't a bad game, this one, actually thought, to be honest with you. Dragons very unlucky to have lost, as I said, lose 3 players early to HIA, and then I don't know why teams do this, but why would you have a winger who's your 18th man? I don't for the life of me get why they would do that.
No.
They ended up
Dragons robbed, but
Sloan ended up coming on and playing fullback, and I think they had Gutho playing in like a extra running forward or something. So, but yeah, and obviously, for those who had Jackson 40 is facing a 3-match ban as well. So for those who have got him, that's a bit unlucky for them. But I thought the game was all right overall.
Yeah, he's been scoring out of his skin lately. Ever since we highlighted him about 4 weeks ago, and when he got that starting position, but we've put the mocker on him. Do you own any of these, Joey? You got any of these Warriors odds on your team?
I've only got Aaron Clark. I did have Tanner Boyd, but obviously being in and out of the team, I sold him for some other cheapies. But can I just say, in this game, I tell you what, the Dragons, Rob, that last try of the Wars, that's obstruction any day of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're very lucky.
I can't remember the try.
Yeah, very lucky to get that.
Don't remember the try.
Yeah, go back and have a look if you haven't checked it out.
Okay.
All right. Now, as our guest tonight, Joey, while you're there, do you want to go through your mighty? Do you want to take us? Do you want to give a wrap of this Roosters game?
Oh, mate, absolutely.
You've only got 2 minutes. Okay, you don't have.
Sorry, Joey. Time's up. Yep. Now for the weather.
I'll just give you 3 words: Sam Walker brilliance. No, mate, look, I was at this game at Allianz, went up with a mate of mine who's a Doggies fan, and I'll tell you what, they used to call them the Dogs of War. I'm calling them the Dogs of Poor. It was absolutely atrocious from the Bulldogs. Started off really well, 6-6. I thought it was going to be a nice, tight game, but the Dogs defensively just switched off. They just absolutely switched off. Lockie Galvin, some of those fifth tackle sets just were not on in this game. Shout out to Daniel Tupou, breaking the record for 4th all-time, moving to 182 tries with a hat-trick. And Semi Walker, I don't know if you guys saw this during the week, but Semi Walker now has 16 try assists in 6 games.
Yeah, wow. That's
I mean, I know he's only played 6 games, but he's got to be close to halfback of the year already. 16 try assists already. I mean, that's absolutely wild. James Tedesco, he looks so much freer now that Walker's back. I thought he was really good again. The only problem is they're not going right to Mark Nwangani-Tawaze. So obviously he got a hat-trick a couple of weeks ago, and then this week he was pretty much non-existent. I think he touched the ball about 3 times. So obviously the yardage out of yardage was great, but apart from that, not really much. Billy Smith, boys, got put on reports. I think he'll get off. However, today I did hear in one of the chats that we're all actually in that Junior Tupou was pulled from New South Wales Cup. So interesting to see what happens there, whether Billy gets suspended. So they're going to play Tupou or, I don't know. So we'll have Tupou and Tupou. But, yeah, it was a great game.
Yeah.
That'd make it interesting for the commentators, wouldn't it, mate? Goes left to Tupou, goes right to Tupou. Oh, fuck. Just give it to Tupou.
Well, they had Crichton tackling Crichton in this game too.
Yeah, that's right.
I pretty much agree with you. Mark Munro said he thinks that Sorrello had it wrong, having Tuala up against Tupu. Absolutely. The minute I saw that matchup, I thought, this is very, very juicy.
It's like
Thursday
night with poor Brian Toll trying to mark up against Xavier. No chance at all with that one.
This.
The Dogs missed a trick because when they had dropouts, they would go short, but they kept kicking to Tupou. Like, the guy's 7 foot and he's safe as houses under the ball. Like, kick the other side, go towards Toya, go towards Marky Mark. They just kept kicking to him, so it was great as a Roosters fan.
Yeah, I thought the same thing a couple of weeks ago. They whoever it was that they played, not last week, the week before, I think it was.
Yeah, Manly.
Kept going, then right to Marky Mark and on the dropouts, and just went come up with a better plan, guys. You got Tupou on the left and Nwangani-Tawaze on the right. Like, they weren't going to get it, and they just kept doing it and just didn't get the ball back. So,
just freaks, mate. Dark horses to win the comp.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think anyone in the top 8 at the moment is beatable, and I don't think anyone scares the living shit out of me on any given day.
Not even when you're wearing your wife's jacket?
Yeah, no, I just saw that one, Marky. Thanks, Mike McGraw.
Yes, thanks, Mike. And, hard luck on the drag. Mike's a mad Dragon supporter, and, hard luck there, mate. It's, no one... We all
I tell you who was massive in this game. Nafu White was absolutely outstanding in this game. Like, that bloke, I can't believe he's only early 20s and he's got a massive, massive career ahead of him. That bloke is just a steam train. I was watching as a couple of my opponents owned him in head-to-heads this week, and I'm just like, fuck. And luckily they took him off because he played like 50 minutes straight, I think it was.
Yeah, he played the full first half.
Brad probably doesn't want to talk about him because he had him sitting on his bench for 105 points. But anyway, the story of your season is that Brad.
Well, it sort of half makes sense. I mean, generally the Bulldogs are a very heavy defensive side, and when you come up against heavy defensive sides, if you're looking at two options and you're trying to pick your last sit or starts based upon the matchups, and you're looking at it going, oh, he's got a defensive matchup here. I'm not sure how the forwards are going to go. I thought the backs might be okay, but I wasn't 100% convinced on how the Roosters forwards would go, because I have struggled at times this year, the Roosters forwards. For instance, you would not pick in Supercoach a Roosters second rower for love or money. Some people might have jumped on Angus Crichton, and he's sort of only just getting into that above 60 range now over the last couple of weeks. But, the second rowers just have not really yielded great Supercoach points. They're doing a great job, but just Supercoach-wise, they're just not getting the stats that you really want out of them.
And it's really interesting because you'd think that little short ball that Sammy Walker's got would just flick it onto Crichton and he'd just go straight through. But it like they're not even trying it. It's really interesting. It's whether there's
all aerial.
Sorry,
it's all aerial. They just want to keep going to Dupo.
Absolutely, they're sort of hedging their bets on it. 9 times out of 10, he's going to get it and he'll score. I mean, I guess when you've got Sammy Walker who can kick a bomb and put it on a dime, why not?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so moving on. The next game was Sharks versus Titans. A lot of us thought this was going to be a little bit of a bloodbath, and the first half, well, really it was the second half of the first half of the second half where they really kicked into gear. But in the first 5 minutes, Hines Cross was his first try, and all of us who had the captaincy badge on him were going, oh, yeah, look what's going to happen here. 145 is what he ended up in points. Roddy coming back, 113. Katoa, 108. It's all about their back five, isn't it, at the Sharks? Just all coming, and then Mulatalo with 100. So 4 out of the 5 people at the back have all got like 100s there.
And then Kennedy with a 90.
So just crazy. Blakey Brayley also 71, so not disappointing as far as hookers go. We know how hookers have sort of been a bit of a struggle street, but Sam Verrills for the Titans 79, Phil Sammy 75. He would have been a nice pod actually. Brimson 71, and Fermor 65, and then it starts to slowly drop away. Did anybody catch this game? Did anybody see the hit that Talakai running the ball up put on Tino? Tino on his arm.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see it, but I heard it live driving in the car. So
was that the one where he ended up going off for a HIA, or was that separate? See, I don't know how he passed. I don't understand for the life of me how he passed that HIA. He was in Gaga land, that bloke, and somehow goes off. They deem it a Cat 2, and then he comes back on. But I don't get how. I don't see how he cleared that.
They said the earthquake was in Brisbane, but it was actually at Shark Park. That was a great hit.
And he was the attacker. Talakai was running the ball up. Tino was just trying to tackle him. But yeah, man, and you're 100% right there, Ross. Not sure how. Not really sure how that passed HIA. They've got to take this HIA more seriously. Fair dinkum. I'll tell you now, if that happened in the NFL, he wouldn't be playing for another 3 weeks. But that's how seriously they take it. But we're just miles behind. And that just showed it. I mean, similar one happened to Gerbo a couple of times where trainers come out. Oh yeah, you can go on. Yeah. And mate, he's fucking knocked out cold. He's on the ground prolapse, and you go. How are you allowing him to actually stay out there? He might tell you he's okay, right? But they're footballers. We've got to take responsibility out of them, I'm afraid, for that sort of thing.
obviously wasn't the 22nd minute mark or the 63rd minute mark where they'd have their rotations all set up and he's ticked his toe, but no, he's going for HIA.
And obviously a big loss for the Sharks too after losing the core to suspension. They've now lost McInnes as well, which is massive for them, I think, too, because he's just a machine, that bloke.
And Jesse Ramey before the game too.
And it's an ACL injury, but no date yet. But I'd expect him to be missing a few games as well. So that's a big loss for them.
So what's the go with Jesse Ramey in there, Joey? What happened there?
I forget
injury,
it was an injury. Yeah, he's not suspended. It was an injury. So I forget whether it was hamstring.
Yeah, was it hamstring at training?
I thought it was a hammy.
Yeah, I think it is. So if it is, as you guys say, the sniper's out again. But probably a couple of weeks there for Ramian.
Yeah. Al says he's thinking about getting Sammy for Garrick. It's not the first trade.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I've got Sammy in some of my drafts, and he's been doing really well for me, to be honest with you. I don't think I could get him in Classic, but for draft, I really like him.
Rossco, I'd love it if he had any trades left. So,
I don't either,
mate. I scored 1,500 nearly with no trades, so I'm good. I'm all right.
I scored 1,500 with no trades.
And I've got 2 trades left. And I only
got 1,400. There's no need to brag, Tim. Okay? No need to brag. I'm only 38 points behind.
I noticed we've jammed it real close because we've really caught up. We've really caught up to Biggest this week too.
Yeah, catching Biggest.
It's on.
All right, Jimmy, we'll let you have one more go tonight. Here you go. You can have the Broncos game. It is your game, so you better let us know what happened to you.
Oh, what a rubbish game of football this was. No, it was a great game.
No, it was rubbish.
Shut up, you. I took 2 of the kids there with my amazing father-in-law, and I had the 4 of us there with Bailey and Neve, and it was a great evening out. So look, Reece Walsh. The best thing about Reece Walsh was he just kept the powder in the gun. I think he made one error, like one bad one, where and to be honest, it wasn't really a bad one, but off the kickoff, he kicked it and the ball would have. I hate this rule. It was going to land in the field of play, and because the winger puts his foot on the touchline, like the ball's still going to finish half a meter in. But I mean, rules are rules, Macca. So
very smart.
Cop it on the chin. Oh, absolutely. And it's interesting because Bailey and I were having a chat about this at the last Broncos game when Bailey said, Dad, what happens if this? And I had to explain it to him. So, it was good to see a practical context of it. So, anyway, as far as Supercoach scores goes, look, Walshy had a blinder with 153, Payne Haas with a 99, Staggs with a 93, Ben Hunt with a 70. Just added to his what do you call it, the bloody try assist record from last year. So he's just working towards chipping away at a few more new ones. Shibasaki with a 65, Dean Mariner with a 61. Billy Walters actually looked really good at 5'8" at times. He just sort of, it's been a while since he's played there, but just slotted back in, which looked really good. So as for the Finns, look, Jeremy Marshall King, not quite the ton with a 99. Trey Fuller, just amazing. Somebody needs to give him a contract. I think he's actually signed long-term with the Dolphins. He did make his debut at 27 years of age. So I guess when you get to that end of the spectrum, you probably just, I'll take the money and I'll sit. And if I play in Q Cup, I play in Q Cup. But whether or not there's an opening there for somebody to pick him up as a quality fullback, the guy is he's up trumps, that's for sure.
You have to think of one of the new franchises would be looking after him, chasing after him, wouldn't they? The Bears or the
surely
or one of them.
But not only that, even then, if somebody's going to lose their prized possession, then he'd be the sort of guy that you could slot in there. He's an older bloke, so he's not going to be doing the stupid stuff you'd like to hope that some of the young fellas are doing. And probably by all accounts, has got a decent head screwed on his shoulders, so that's a good start. But as getting back to the Supercoach scores, Donahue with a 77. I think he finished was about 53, 55, something like that, and upgraded for owners, which was fantastic, me included. Actually, I think the 3 of us boys have got him. Avarillo with a 62, including a try. Hammer, 54. Izzy Katoa, a bit of a down game with a 42, but geez, the kid's in everything. He looks just so good. You can see why people are saying he's the next Nathan Cleary. He's cool as, and yeah, just he's a quality footballer.
Yeah.
Did you look watching the game live? I mean, watching it on TV, it really did look like Ben Hunt was just sitting there screaming and getting up every player that went anywhere near him and swearing at him. And was it like that at the game to watch live? Was he just a little angry man all the time?
Well, like, as you guys know, it's sometimes a little bit hard. You don't get to see the facial expressions and things like that on the players quite as much as what they do on the telly. And they've obviously got 16 million cameras that can rewind and go back in. But look, he was, and to be honest, Walshy was much the same. He was sort of giving guys a bit of a spray as well. Both of them got stuck into Katoni Staggs when he missed a couple of tackles, which cost him a couple of tries. So there certainly was plenty of, what do you say? The passion bubble was certainly on the outside. So
I think Walsh was waving his arms down, up and down like a fairy or something, wasn't he? Because he's a bit of a princess.
That was Timmy in the crowd.
Oh, my nails! Oh no!
I'll tell you what though, like, and I know I stir you up a lot, Tim, but Walsh needed a big game. He needed that performance, and I think it was really good for him to show what he can do, because he's so rocks and diamonds, and we see it so many weeks where he's got 4 tries in him, but he's got 10 errors in him. So it was really good to see a good performance from him.
But even when he ran the ball, like there was a few opportunities where he, a month ago, would have turned and tried to force the offload and was held up, and sort of someone would be around his legs and he sort of turned and would have done these ones and tried to create something from nothing, but just held the ball and took the tackle. And that happened half a dozen times during the game. And it was just really good to see where he didn't force something that didn't need to be forced. We said a month ago, second and third tackle, he would have done that and not played on.
Do you think Ben Hunt had flashbacks because he was the Broncos 7 again and he was going to drop the ball off kickoff?
It was a couple of times. You could hear it in the crowd when he caught a couple of the kickoffs. And just the noise in the crowd was funny as. So, yeah, it was good value.
All right. So the next game on Saturday night, thank you very much for that, Timmy, was the last game. Eels versus the Rabbitohs, not quite a spoon bowl, but
may as well have been. The quality of the game, it may as well have been a spoon bowl.
It wasn't really that flash. Zach Lomax, 126. Obviously, if you've got Garrick in your team and you can do it, you really should be looking at Zach Lomax if you don't own him already.
Or both.
Wyongi came in at the late minute for a what's he got there? 98. Sorry, the colour on that screen is very awful for me on this side. Jack Williams keeps doing what Jack Williams does with a 70-odd score there. Talagi, 65. He actually did look pretty impressive.
He was actually probably one of their best players, I thought, too. He was a couple of decent offloads there as well, but he was really good.
And the Hop God with another score back in the 60s. Again, that's his 4th or 5th score in the 60s in a row. Another weird sort of a pod. Now, for South Sydney, we've got to mention the 2 players that were outstanding here. And before we get into South Sydney, big shout-out to Biggest. We know you haven't been that well lately, mate, but Biggest is our biggest South Sydney fan that we have on board here. In amongst all our listeners and helpers and things like that. So, Biggest, we hope you get better soon. And we hope he's put us...
Is he biggest or is he hung like a rabbit? I
he wishes
a rabbit's hung?
They're generally off a wire or a fence, aren't they?
That's how I like them.
Tallis Duncan, 105.
How many weeks have we been talking about him?
Tallis Duncan. Joey. Just imagine getting on this bloke. Would you regret not being able to get on him earlier?
I had him a few weeks ago, and then he got moved to centre when Aiken went down, and I sold him.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he turn up that week too? Yeah. He turned up too, didn't he?
He did. He moved to centre, and I thought, he's probably not going to get the same input at second row, and so I sold him, and now I wish I'd have kept him. I mean, look, the Rooster fan in me, I don't have many Souths in my team. But yeah, he's not a bad one. He's not a bad one.
He scored a double. He scored a double this week in the centres as well because they lost Bentley Hope early with the HIA. So he ended up getting shifted.
He's going to be a star. He's going to be a future Origin player for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
His size is the problem, and that's where a lot of coaches, and certainly the coach before Bennett, they've all sort of played with him a little bit and not really, going, oh, he's not the biggest bloke, and, I don't know if he – but have a look at Jacob Preston. You don't have to be an absolute monster at second row to be very good. Well, and they should – we all know he should be a starter every single week. He's an edge forward starting every single week.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is really hard for me to say, but I thought Jai Gray was really good in this game.
Yeah. He's defensive.
I don't know if he would have been able to get out of bed this morning, honestly. Like, he was in everything last night. The only problem is he plays for the Bunnies. If he played for another club, I'd love the kid.
But it's just the same as Trey Fuller, isn't it? It's just
exactly.
Sitting in the wings that probably...
It's the short boys, all the short boys.
That's exactly right. Oh, you leave us alone.
Well, I think you're actually taller than Jai Gray, Timmy, and that's saying the truth. He's a midget. Like
he's talking height, Timmy.
Oh, not length. Oh, right.
He's got you beat.
No, he's very small. But look, congrats to South Sydney. They deserved the win in the end. Even Cody Walker, although I never really that enamoured with his output, was certainly did straighten their attack up a bit. Mamazoulis at hooker had a very good run as well with a score in the 60s. And then from there on, they really shared the Supercoach points around. But as a game, they certainly went a long way to ensuring they may not get the wooden spoon just yet.
I wish they were.
Walker did actually start on the bench too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Walker. So he didn't come on till half an hour in or something?
No, he ran on.
Yeah.
He actually said, I think he said it's the first time he'd ever started from the bench. Another weird one, stats-wise, tell us, Duncan, I think that's his 4th try double for the year.
Yeah, wow.
Like, weird. That's just so weird. It's
he also got the Eric Sims medal because they were playing for the Eric Sims medal in this game as well.
Yeah, he did.
Well deserved too.
So, some of his try-saving tackles, it wasn't just his effort in attack that really did it for me. Some of his just 1% plays. Like there's a play towards the end where he rushed down a loose ball on the ground and got possession back for South Sydney when could have very easily gone the other way. Little things like that were just massive.
And a shout out to Tyrone Munro. The job that he did on Addo Carr on that wing was absolutely unbelievable for a bloke who's never really been known for his defence. He absolutely owned Addo Carr in this game, big time.
Yeah,
gave Addo Carr nothing and just completely shut him down, and made sure he knew about it too, including one time where he put him over the sideline. So it was a good win by South. I mean, for a team who's really been smashed with injuries. I know Bigger Stickers would have been very happy about it. So, well done to them. I know Joey's not a big South fan, so we won't say too much about it.
All right.
Let's say I went Eels 13+.
Oh, no.
I was all over the Bunnies. It was great. It dropped me up a couple of spots in our tipping comp, in the family comp. So I was stoked. It was only 2 of us that went to Bunnies. Hey, guys, just going through the chats there. Marky Munro said that Ramian actually has a broken hand out for 3 to 6 weeks. We're trying to work out what was with Ramian before.
All right, Rossco, you might as well take us through your winning Tigers team here.
Nice on Brad.
I might have just added into this too, the stat that I heard during the game today that Manly have only scored 26 points in the last 4 weeks, and that has not happened since 1975.
Wow.
So there's a stat for you.
Go on.
They've only managed to score, I think it is 3 or 4 tries in the last 3 games as well.
Yeah.
Tigers were, like, after the start Manly had, I thought, here we go. It's going to be one of those games. They scored after about 2 minutes. But anyway, the Tigers got the win 26-12. Dewey was outstanding again, playing in the halves with 115. Taylor May with a 97 was outstanding. Tyrrell May with a 77. Skelton 69 with a try. Truba 67 with a try. And then on the other side of it, they had Cooler with a 69, Jake Simpkins with a 65, who'd only just become a dad and actually got an Uber from the hospital straight to the game for a play.
Oh, lovely work.
That's commitment.
Matt Lodge with a 57, Burbo 49, and Takiaho with a 48. And
mate, how big must that dude's kahunas be? Like, yeah, cool. Thanks, love. You've
by the way, you've had the baby. Just getting an Uber and going straight to play football now. Okay, you'll be right, won't you?
How many wives would let that happen?
Oh, jeez. Not much to say in this one, to be honest with you. I don't know what you guys think, but Turbo to me just still does not look right. We're used to seeing him at fullback, just making tackle busts and breaking lines when he gets that ball, running it back from fullback. But I saw nothing there of him being anywhere near close to full fitness.
And especially when there wasn't a great deal in the game, they're only 10 points behind or something, and then
it was just nothing.
It's when they scored their second try, you thought, "Come on, get involved, mate! Just try and generate something." And it just there was just nothing there. We're stuck in third gear.
He just looks like he looks real slow, doesn't he? He looks really slow, like he just can't shake the injury, and I still don't think he should be at fullback. They keep moving him back there. Throw him in. I thought he had a really good game in the centres the other week. I would just keep him there. I will say one thing though. How many players have played for the Tigers and Manly that were in this game? You got Coruscant, Brooks, Talau, Simpkins, Lodge, Brown. Crazy.
Yeah.
Nah,
the leftover rejects medal or something.
We've got the Penrith rejects versus the Manly rejects.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It wasn't not pretty as a Manly person. I wasn't going to wear my Manly hat tonight. That's for sure. It's
I said they don't have the face tattoo.
I've been saying it for ages, and I'll say it again. Ever since DC announced that he was leaving the club, I think that they have just, including him, they just haven't turned up. I mean, other than that game against where they beat Manly, a few weeks ago, they've just been absolutely woeful. So
it's all Uncle Nick's plan, mate. All Uncle Nick's plan.
Look,
trying to drive down the price, I'd imagine. You just keep playing crap, and then they'll want to get rid of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Look, I personally, Ross, I disagree, but we can all disagree on these ones. I don't think it's got much to do with DCE. He's going to be with Joey's team next year. I think his professionalism is quite high in that regard. But the biggest problem when I look at it is Manly just are running out of a forward pack that wouldn't even fit into Roosters reserve grade.
Yeah.
Right. And without any go forward, Turbo's got no room to do what you're expecting of him anyway. So he's not being helped in that regard. And like I said, that is really a pedestrian forward pack. I like Burbo as a dude. I like him as a club man, but he really would not make an edge forward in any other team.
And then you've got Matt Lodge, and and Takiaho starting in the front row too.
Like, how bad is that?
Starting at what?
The biggest thing you're missing, Beast, you're missing that grunt. You see front rowers at other clubs, and like take Spencer for example. Players would be scared Spencer running at them because he's just crazy. You just need someone in the front row that's just crazy, and it's okay to play on the line, but you're exactly right what you say there, because the big thing for us is like everyone's saying DC is going to the Chooks and he's washed and all this, but his forwards aren't laying the platform. And you can only play with what you got in front of you. So, yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, no, it's it was the what Alan says. It was the teammate squared show.
Yeah, I like that. I saw that.
They just need Tyrone. Have the complete set.
Yeah.
All right, we have one more game to go. Who wants to wrap this one?
Why not? Righto, the Cowboys are the Knights. Well, speaking of buddy ex-clubmen from whatever, the Cowboys are pretty much ex-Broncos, aren't they? It's and mind you, the Titans at stages aren't much better either. Look, for anyone that VC'd or captained Drinkwater, well played.
I don't think anyone would have VC'd him considering it was
no,
last game.
Yeah, shut up, you. Hey, you could have done it if you had enough.
Sorry, Tim.
We've all got a million nuffs. Anything's possible. Hey, I guarantee you, someone out there VC'd him.
I wouldn't have put it past you, mate. I'm surprised you didn't.
Well, no, because I had the armband on him, but then he didn't. Anyway,
Hang
on. Dearden with the 146.
No, didn't score 146.
Would you shut up? Drinky with the 146. Tommy Dearden 96. Urdu with a 72. Geez, I can't even spit anything out now. Bateman 71, Burns with a 69, Valia with a 63, Ruben Cotter 54. Anyone that jumped on Nanai probably shouldn't have taken my advice a couple of months ago and had a 46. Yeah, he's been pretty average. He loves to try and suck in the penalty or
46 with a try as well.
Yeah, everyone tries to run at him and use him as a decoy and run into him. And
my God.
The poor bugger at the moment just looks like he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. As for the Knights, look, Young with a 75, Kai Pearce-Paul 58, Leo Thompson 51, and Jacob Saifidi with a 50. That was about
You're right, Brad.
It wasn't. He's dying.
He's gone.
Oh, I love it.
The Knights looked really average in this game. You were just waiting for some of their big hitters to click. Marju, just anyone. They just did not have anything. I was out mowing the lawn and kept walking in to check the score, and it just kept ticking over. And all I wanted was drinking not to get to 120, and I would have won my cash head to head. And no, he knocked that out of the park.
You know what's been really disappointing? I brought him in as a pod play, Dane Gagai.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, a lot of people were saying, when he was playing fullback, I brought him in. I thought, he's going to – Newcastle needs something. I'll bring Gagai in. He's just been disappointing. He's just not getting the output at the moment. And he's not scoring tries. Like, he was scoring tries earlier in the season, but I don't know if they're just not going his way or whether he's trying to do too much because they're such a young side now, but he's just not scoring at the moment.
Yeah, since they moved him back to the centre.
Ball in this game. I don't know why they moved him from fullback. Like, to be honest with you, I
should have kept him
there. I understand they want to blood the young guys and they've got nothing to lose, and I get that. And the guy, to his credit, he tried hard today, but he dropped a couple of balls and he bombed a try as well. So
yeah, Voltano.
Yeah,
two tries.
Two tries. Yeah. You right now, Brad?
Oh, just
he's back with us.
I'm still imagining.
He's gone.
Oh, that's great. It was one of your best, Timmy. One of your best.
Yeah. You laugh. I'm sure somebody VC'd him. Probably didn't work real well for him, but
no, probably not.
Probably not. Hey, look, could be worse. You could VC Edwards and Cleary in the same game. So
you could.
To be fair, Tim, he could have it on technicality. Someone could have VC'd drinking and captain a Raiders player or something like that.
That's what I said.
I don't think anyone would have though. But
someone who has about 32 trades and doesn't play the game.
Yeah. That's exactly what it'll be.
Oh, that was great.
Alan Fisher, I love that. Broncos 30 plus next week. Who do we have next week? Yeah, the Knights. Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath, I reckon.
Knights upset. Knights upset.
Yeah.
If Knights play like that again, mate, they will. I don't know. Send in an extra 10 men.
Yeah,
the scary part is, though, those are the games that the Broncos lose. I mean, we lost against the Dragons when the Dragons hadn't won a game in a million years. It's
Roosters.
Yeah, Roosters was the same. They're the ones that we do lose. So the boys will be have to be on their toes for next week. That's for sure. But yes, putting a 30 on them would be really helpful for our for and against. It's already pretty positive. But actually, what was interesting, having a look at for and against just when I got home from the footy last night, all of the top 9 teams have got really good for and against, bar one. I think they only had like +9 or something, and they were sitting fifth. Was it Warriors? Maybe I can't quite remember. But
I think it was.
But yeah, everybody else is up near sort of 100 points plus or whatever. The Dolphins were 160 a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and now are down to 100. So
You're welcome.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. So everyone was sort of talking them up and said, look, if even if the Dolphins lose some, their for and against is good enough to get them there, but maybe not now. So eyes will be on the top 8 in come September. That's for sure. I guess that's a question, boys. Who finishes in the 8, or who in the top 9 at the moment drops out? Because it's basically a 9-horse race now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think Dolphins make it now. I think Dolphins needed to beat the Broncos. That was their big game. Roosters were 9. Well, we moved into 8th when we beat the Dogs. But if Dolphins had won, they would have moved back to 8th. So they're now out of the 8. I don't know if they make it. I really don't. I think Roosters can beat Para and Rabbits coming up. Storm will be a tough one for us. I think the Broncos drop out, obviously, but maybe Cronulla. Maybe Cronulla, mate.
As they drop out, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
just
I
looking at
agree with
points
you
at
on
the
the
moment.
Dolphins. I think the Dolphins drop out too. I think the Sharks have got too easy of a draw with a run home with a bye still to come, and I think the Broncos have got a pretty soft. Broncos have also got a pretty soft draw home.
Of course.
I think the top 8 stays as it is right now. Not in that order, obviously, but yeah.
I don't know about a soft draw for the
Roosters.
Broncos. Broncos have got the 9th. Yes, I understand that, but then we go into Cowboys and the Storm for the last 2 games.
Probably all Friday night games, are they?
I don't think so, actually.
Oh, well.
No, I don't think so. I think the Storm one is prime time. I'm sure that will be, but the others, I don't think they are. So I think because we've only got one more home game left. So.
Oh, not 3. Wow.
No. So currently Dolphins are on 26 points, Roosters 28, then Sharks and Broncos on 30, Panthers 31, Warriors 32. So I don't think with 3 games to go, obviously the Dolphins can finish on 32. I don't quite remember off the top of my head who they've got, but yeah, I think the top 8 are pretty close to the top 8 now. So I think that'll be about it.
Well, Dolphins have got Manly next week, so who knows how that game's going to go.
Now, I must advise you, just while we're at it, it's not going to produce another laughing attack, but Scott Drinkwater was actually BC'd by 1.8% of Supercoach.
No way.
I told you, someone would have. Absolutely.
Yeah, these are the people
that?
who gave up on their teams fucking 10 weeks ago.
Zombie team.
Timmy's burner account.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm adding more.
Going back to the Tigers Manly game, boys, did we all catch this game or not?
Yeah.
So that try that Taylor May scored, try or no try?
Try.
Yeah, I said no try.
Try.
No.
Even though you reckon, even though what's his name was standing in front of him and kind of impeded Turbo, he still thought it was all right?
Manly couldn't tackle them the rest of the game. He probably wouldn't tackle him there.
Yeah.
I think that the thing for Turbo in his, I guess, to take a bit of the slack off Turbo, I think the fact that was it Fainu that he was chasing, or
it was one of the Fainu brothers, I think it was.
Yeah. So the fact that he actually had to kind of almost step to get out of his way.
Yeah.
Just before they got to Turbo, I think that's the kicker. And I kept watching it, and the commentators were talking about it. As far as I'm concerned, there only had to be 1% of evidence that said that it probably wasn't quite right, and I reckon there's easy that.
There you go, Tim. That's for you. One on the screen.
I think Cowboys play last week. Thanks, Marky.
Mark just came in, dropped us a comment, said Tigers and Cowboys play.
Hey, actually, Joey, this is a good opportunity for you here, mate, because Mark's actually a mad dog supporter too. So
it's pretty unlucky. I mean, I don't know why you'd support him after this week. Sorry, Mark.
But no, he's suggesting there that maybe that Trinky's a good VC option next week as well. No, actually, I do think I think updates must be in, boys, are they?
I haven't seen them yet.
Because my team just jumped up.
Well, they have. Yes, updates
Yeah.
are in.
So update looks like they're in. Everybody that is still listening is running away and checking their teams right now.
Scott
But I've jumped up. I've jumped up over 20 points.
Yeah,
so.
Scott Drinkwater up to 151.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be about 1540.
Yeah, finished on 1496, so I went up a few.
Yeah, you must have. I went up a massive 7 points.
I don't want to have a look because I'm on my phone.
Oh, no.
What?
You lost to Cashy.
Not my
Boys, going back to the Dolphins.
Sorry, excuse the French, but how the fuck does Turbo go from 41 to 59 when he did nothing?
He caught a cold while he was out there. Give him a break.
Oh, no. I've just lost that one by 7 points.
Bugger.
Geez. Well, I think everybody will be feeling that. Now, does anybody have trades still left?
Absolutely. I got 2 of them.
Joey's out and Ross is out. Are you trading this week, Tim?
Yeah, look, it's going to be a week-long thinking process, but I'll be interested to crunch the numbers and think very deeply about Sammy Walker in for Nico.
Good move.
Yeah, and I don't know, he's just been playing too well, and the Roosters just look hot as at the moment. They are just everything they're touching's going to gold, and I think they're just going to continue to keep scoring points.
You got Para next week as well.
And that's it, mate. The only thing that's going to stop them now is if they start thinking about resting guys, and I don't think they'll do that until they've got the 8 locked in. And I think the fact that they've had their players in and out, so many of their players in and out this year, I don't think they can afford to. I think they just need to keep it simple and just keep playing footy.
Best thing you've ever said, Timmy.
Oh, I do come out with a good one every now and then.
I hope that you make that trade and fucking Nico Hines after the bye tons up every single game. That's
well, he's only going to have one more game, isn't he?
Right.
He'll have the bye and then well, no, he'll have 2 games, sorry.
Yeah.
So 26 and 27.
That's right.
Al Fisher said he's got 1 trade left. Let us know, Al, who you're thinking about trading. I'll definitely
He already said that, didn't he? He already said he was going to go Garrick to Sammy or something, didn't he?
Sammy, yeah.
Hey,
I've got 2 of them, so I could go Sammy Walker next week and then back to Nico the week after if I wanted to. So, yeah, I don't exactly have any other spot fires to put out.
Well, Biggest has just said it's a thinking process for you, Tim.
Most things are.
A bit of laughing.
I do like to think a little.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, mate.
I take back what I said about the dogs, Mark.
Right. It's been a quality recording tonight.
Yeah,
the guests holding the show together. Yeah. Yes, Joey, you are holding the show together. We always be nice to our guests.
It's all the experience.
Just remember 2 weeks. Just remember what happened 2 weeks ago in the Dogs-Tigers game, Mark. That's all I'm going to say to you.
And this week, Mark, as well.
All right, folks. Well, that is almost really just about it. In a nutshell, that was the round that was. 2 trades left myself. I'll be getting rid of Garrick this week, though. And I'm not sure if I'm doing. I'd have to have a look at my cash. I'm still alive, and I might be doing a trade of Nico. So we'll see what my options are there. But it depends how strong I think I am. I think I might if I just go Garrick to Lomax, which I've got enough cash to do. I think that might just about pull me up anyway.
Garrick to Dewey.
Oh, Dewey, you reckon? That's a good thought. Yeah, we'll give that some thought indeed. Absolutely.
Just make sure you VC him.
All right, folks. Well, I hope everybody how'd you go? Oh, before we go, we've got to let Tim have a say. How did you go in the EPL so far this week, Tim?
I'm glad you brought that up, mate. I was just going to say, for anyone that is kicking off with the EPL Supercoach, we do have a head-to-head league going as well as an overall comp. So we will post these on the site, or I have a couple of times already. If Brad and I were prepared earlier, we could probably stick them on the bottom of the screen. But our head-to-head league is 672-366. That's 672-366 for head-to-head. If it fills and people are still interested, we can start a new head-to-head league at any stage throughout the tournament.
Hasn't the head-to-head closed?
No, it doesn't close till the end of the last game.
Our head-to-head's full, mate. It's way full.
Oh, it did? Awesome, because earlier this morning it still had 3 spots left. So anyway, but absolutely, if more people are keen, flick us a message and let us know, and I'll open another one. Because it doesn't even matter if you miss round 1, we can start it from round 2 or whatever. It's not a big deal. So that's for our head-to-head, 672-366, and our overall league is 738-483.
I'm in it, but I have no idea what I'm doing.
I can spell EPL. That's a good start, isn't it? Only on a good day.
I reckon you still spell that wrong.
Shut up, you.
Having a look at it, Joey, it's a very frustrating fantasy format to play. I've got to say, the round is 3/4 way finished, and my team has scored a massive amount of points. I think I might have hit 50. Just
wow,
50.
I had to Google like who I should bring in and trades and stuff, so I've done that. So I think my team's okay. I don't know.
Awesome. Well, I hope you're in our leagues, Joey.
I am.
If not, and spread the word. I've played Fantasy Premier League for a really long time, and I've actually created a league for that as well. So the details for that are also on our Facebook page. So if you are interested, guys, and obviously if you're listening, then it's hard to write stuff down. But yeah, look, jump on our Facebook page, our NRL Supercoach Off the Bench Facebook page. All the codes are there. And if all else fails, flick me a message and I'll help you out. So yeah, get involved.
That's enough, Timmy. Our listeners are going to sleep, mate.
Thanks, Dickus. I agree with you.
Can I give a quick shout out to the corner post? So, sorry. Yeah, new sports story at Liverpool Westfield. We went there for the grand opening yesterday, Saturday. I got this awesome new Australian jersey from the 90s. I believe it was 94. Head over there. Of course, the Ruck Infringement, we're affiliated with them. So head over, mention our name, and you might even get a nice little discount. So, yeah, check them out, Liverpool Westfield.
That looked like fun, mate. I was watching some of your live stuff. That looked really cool.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
And you're wearing the jersey well.
Yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you.
You look like Ben Hanna.
Are you going to come?
He's a Queenslander, though. I don't know
the wrong colour hair, though.
Yeah.
He does, but he has the right body shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to come out next week in a Samoan one?
Nah, Tongan.
Tongan.
All right, Ross, you got anything more tonight?
No, that's it. We'll be back obviously on Tuesday at some stage to do our round 25 wrap. I can't believe we're saying that already. Round 25.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Season's nearly over, unfortunately, and we'll be getting ready to prepare for BBL soon.
Don't forget the Supercoach finals apparently just around the corner.
We're just waiting on the dates on that one. Haven't seen any dates
Supercoach
yet.
are going to release a finals again. They had it a few years ago, and quite a few of us got into it. And we're disappointed it wasn't continued. So we'll wait to see what they roll out in the next few weeks for Supercoach finals. There's going to be that many Supercoaches on, you won't know where the hell they're. It's just crazy.
I have enough fun keeping up as it is with spare time.
Well, you'll be doing EPL, you'll be doing NFL as well, won't you, Brad? You're pretty well into that stuff too, aren't you?
I'm definitely doing NFL, and over on the Beast page, I might be posting a bit there. But definitely, there's a lot of interest actually in the NFL amongst a lot of Supercoaches. But NFL is a game that is just tailor-made for fantasy. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the statistics and the effort they go to protect fantasy over there. It's such a big industry in America and the NFL. As I said, the statistics and it's just right, the amount of effort they put into it, and you can just grab it all at your homework, the ability to do homework. It's it is a very good fantasy format.
Oh, good luck.
Not as good as rugby league, but let's face it.
You guys enjoy that. I'm going to have a nice little break after Supercoach finals and start getting ready for BBL because I couldn't really care less about the other American sports and the round ball garbage either. Good
luck. I'll be continuing. Content never dies.
All right, folks. Well, On that note, we'll let Ross go the last night. Huge thanks to Joey from the Ruck Infringement. Don't forget, do catch them out. They've got a lot of really great special guests that they have on there, and they are really worth a listen. So get into them. Thank you very much, Joey, for coming on.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, boys.
Pleasure as always. Until Tuesday or next Sunday night, stay safe and have fun rage trading.
All those